I arrive at Tiny Tim's toy factory on a Tuesday afternoon. I'm hoping to stay in the parking lot while I film its founder, 86-year-old Alton Thacker. Alton takes one look at my camper and starts moving piles of wood around. He's making room for my camper and Jeep inside his toy factory. He wants to be sure I'm safe, he says, and hands me a key, even though he's known me for less than 15 minutes. I shouldn't have been surprised. Since Alton Thacker and his wife Cheryl started Tiny Tim's, they've made over 1 million wooden toys and given away every single one.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye. Oh, isn't that sweet?
During the pandemic, Tiny Tim's took on a second mission to give their volunteers a safe place to go. The shop was large enough that they could space out, and everyone got vaccinated.
Not one person who worked here and stayed here got the bug. So we feel good.
Now, for the first time since COVID, they're all going out to lunch together. Alton immediately finds some children.
No, you can have it.
This is his favorite thing to do.
Happy kids and happy parents.
Yes. We are a family. In 20 years of making toys, we've never had a cuss fight. We've never had an argument. We want to help each other. We want to be better than what we were last week.
At the end of lunch, Alton buys everyone an ice cream.
I say, how could I be so lucky to work with all these good people?
So how do you become one of Tiny Tim's volunteers? It's easy. Just walk through the front door. Daryl is 95 and going strong. Jan comes in with her son Chad, who's on the spectrum. Richard had a motorcycle accident. Making toys helps with his small motor skills and gives him purpose. His wife Judy drives him over, then picks up materials so that he can work from home. Chris and Scott have painted over 1,000 cars in just 5 days.
When we leave here after dropping off the toys, it doesn't matter what's going on in our lives, we're all smiles. When you walk into my family room and you see 14 trays and they're all painted with smiley faces, you can't help but smile. It does something for your attitude.
Even the local prison inmates paint 3,000 toys a month for Tiny Tim's. So how do they turn this into this? They start with scrap lumber, cut to length, and glued together. Then draw on the outline of the car. They figured out which shapes they can cut with a single pass of the bandsaw. They drill holes for the wheels and the window, then sort each toy by make and model. If they're all the same shape, then they're easier to sand. They may not look like it, but they're having fun. They smooth out the window hole so it doesn't catch on tiny fingers, then burn in the toy shop name, and dunk the cars like French fries to make them shine. Finally, they get their wheels. A local dye shop donates 10,000 every month. And then they go upstairs to Linda to get their sparkly eyes and happy smile before heading out to make some child's day. Tiny Tim's does everything it can to lower costs. Even the cardboard boxes are donated by a local fast food joint. Because everybody works for free, Tiny Tims can make each toy for just $2. But how can they afford the wood? A couple of times a week, Niall sets out on a scavenger hunt. He visits local cabinet makers and woodworking shops and goes through their garbage, looking for whatever he can use. It's slim pickings. This one's covered in glue.
We just let the glue dry and then I'll run it through the planer and then I can use it.
And then, the employees have been squirreling away scraps for him.
Okay.
Tiny Tims works because everyone pitches in.
Thank you.
But none of this would happen without Alton and Cheryl. They met in high school.
Oh, we were kids. We were 17. We dated a couple of weeks, and I knew that she was the one for me. Best thing that ever happened to me.
They were married 2 months later. That was 68 years ago.
She says I'm the boss, but I know she's the boss. We just get along. She's kind and she's gentle as long as you don't rile her up. And if you can get her mad, she can do fantastic things.
When Cheryl wanted to start sewing clothes and blankets for mothers and children overseas, Alton immediately set up a shop inside the toy factory. He regularly goes to the humanitarian center to get material for her.
This one would probably be big enough, and if she doesn't like it that wide, all you have to do is go like that.
Yeah.
They now ship pallets of clothes along with the toys to Zimbabwe. Today they're delivering toys to the local hospitals.
Would you like a car?
I asked him if he knew the secret to a good marriage.
I guess love each other. How lonely it would be if we didn't love each other.
Unfortunately, Alton has seen his share of hospitals. He's had 5 heart attacks, a quintuple bypass, and a stroke. And then,
6 months later, I had another one. And it created a fear in me. I don't walk like I used to walk. And I used to hurry wherever I went because I had things to do and get them done. And all of a sudden, I'm insecure. I need this walker. I don't want anybody to have to pick me up because I'm sure if I fall, I'll spread out all over the floor and it'd be just a mess.
Alton knows he can't run the toy factory forever. It was his granddaughter Emily who stepped up.
When it started to get harder and harder for me to get around, Emily said, "Yes, I will, Grandpa. I'll take it. I'll keep it going. We don't want it to die."
Emily has 3 children. Matthew, their youngest, has cerebral palsy and autism.
Oh, Matthew is an angel that came to our family to keep us straight. Bless his little heart. He's teaching us to care for one another.
When they sent him home from the hospital and they told us that he would never walk, he would never talk.
All right, can you go get the stool? You gotta have the stool.
And that he would never smile or laugh. And that was the one that broke my heart. And the first time he did laugh and cry, I just thought, okay, everything is fine. We can do this. Because that is all you want for your kids, is for them to be happy, right? We definitely both know that we want to figure it out. That, you know, we're not going to be the family that falls apart because this is too heavy.
In fact, Matthew did just the opposite.
Joel is my best friend. He's an amazing dad. He takes care of those kids and holds it all together somehow.
The kids protect their brother and include him in all their games. And when it's time for bed,
That's part of our bedtime routine. We all see if we can do more push-ups today than we did yesterday.
That's right. All the way down.
Then we dance to all kinds of things. Again, it's helping him. It's something we started just because we like to be silly and have fun, and he's getting the rhythm and how to move and better balance and building his strength in his core. And so what was just a fun dance party is actually a physical exercise for him.
today is Cheryl's 86th birthday, and Emily is organizing a party for family and friends.
You get it? Is there one more?
It's a bigger job than you might think.
We had 7 children. We lost a little girl.
They have 27 grandchildren and 52 great-grandchildren.
And we have a great-granddaughter in college. So, wow, maybe some great-greats. When we all get together, there's 106 of us, and it's a happy get-together.
I see them fiercely devoted. When one of them has faults, they're not quick to judge each other, and they're not quick to allow other people to judge it either. We just forgive and move on, and we don't worry about the nitpicky stuff.
The secret of happiness. If you want to be happy, you do something for somebody else. I wouldn't know how to do anything else.